Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We have another meal prep. I prepped a dessert plus 3 different lunch options that I have for the week. So let's get into the video. We're going to start with the strawberry Jello cheesecake dessert. You guys, oh my goodness, wait till you see this. The ingredients you're going to need is 1 stick of butter, 3 cups of nuts. I'm using walnuts. You're going to need some sugar-free Jello. I'm using this strawberry sugar-free Jello that I got from Thrive Market. Some powdered sugar. You'll need a 1/4 cup, plus you'll also need a 1/2 cup. We'll need 1 cup of heavy cream, some strawberries, and a full 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're going to start by slicing up the strawberries. I don't know about you guys, but the strawberries in my area right now are terrible. And I had to go to 3 different stores to find these strawberries, for one thing. Apparently there was a shortage of them in our area. And then once I got to Walmart, they were completely so white. Oh, it was so bad. Anyway, that's why my strawberries look like this. So we're going to slice these up because these are going to go on top of the dessert. We're going to start by making the crust. So I have my food processor out. I'm going to add in my 3 cups of nuts. I don't have them chopped or anything. They're just whole walnuts. And I'm going to do a full stick of butter. And then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of your sugar-free powdered sweetener. And I really like this one from Sweet Leaf. It works really, really well. But there's a lot of options out there. So we're going to go ahead and process this. I had a little bit of trouble because my butter was not quite thawed out all the way. But anyway, so go ahead and process this up until the butter and sugar is distributed and the nuts are all processed, and you'll get kind of like this paste consistency. I am using an 11 by 8 casserole dish here, and I did grease it with some cooking spray. And I'm just going to take that crust, and like I said, it's kind of like a batter consistency. And you're going to go ahead and spread that out on the bottom of that casserole dish. I had a little bit of trouble spreading it out. I kept getting holes, so I had to really work with it. So just be patient and just kind of work with it until you can get it spread all over without any holes in the bottom. And once you have it all spread out, this is going to go into a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes or until it's all cooked through and brown. So you'll know because it'll be brown and won't be, ooey gooey in the middle anymore. So while that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and get our filling started. So in my bowl here, I'm putting in an entire block of cream cheese. So it's 8 ounces of cream cheese. And then we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, and you're going to mix this up until it's all kind of creamed together before we add in the heavy cream. So you just want to go ahead and just take your mixer and just cream all that together. And once that's all creamed together, just slowly add in your heavy cream. I say slowly because it likes to spray all over the place. So you want to just go ahead and add in that heavy cream. Now, don't be like me and think right away, oh my gosh, this is too liquidy. It's not going to work. It will set up in the refrigerator once we let this chill. So we're going to fast forward in time a little bit. Here we have our crust that actually has been done for quite a while because you want to let it cool completely. So I actually ended up putting it into the refrigerator also after I was done with my entire meal prep. So once your crust is completely cooled, you want to go ahead and add in that filling. So you want to just add that on top, and you're going to spread it all out on top of the entire crust. And again, like I said, it does seem like your filling should be a little bit thicker, but it works, you guys. I was kind of unsure myself as I was going through this, but it definitely worked out. Okay, we have all of our filling on there, so now we're going to add on our strawberries. So I'm just putting all of our sliced strawberries all over the top. I don't have patience for this kind of thing. So it started out all nice and neat, and then they all just kind of got thrown on there because, again, no patience. That's why I don't do much baking, because baking takes a lot more patience than cooking, in my opinion. Next, we need to make our Jello, and I'm going to tell you something, you guys, because you're my friends, and I know you won't judge and you won't make fun of me. But I thought that since I'm not making the Jello in the same way, like with the cold water and the hot water, I could just make the Jello ahead of time and just let it sit there and wait till the end. Oh no, it turned into Jello. So thank goodness I had 2 of these sugar-free Jello boxes, so I did end up wasting one. Or actually we just ate the sugar-free Jello. But anyway, so don't make this until the very, very end. So I have my Jello in here, and then I'm going to add in 1 cup of boiling water, and then we're just going to stir that around until it's nice and dissolved. But yeah, that was hilarious. I couldn't believe that I didn't even think about that. That's how often I don't make Jello. So just not a I don't make Jello. I don't know how to use it. So once your Jello is all dissolved in your hot water, then you're just going to pour this on top. And that's it. That's simple. And this is going to go into the refrigerator until it's all set up. And it actually set up super, super quickly as far as the Jello part was concerned. But I let this sit in the refrigerator probably for about 4 hours before I cut into it. It was after dinner that I cut into it. So I would say, yeah, maybe even longer, maybe 5 hours. But let me show you what it looks like when you cut it up. So here it is once it's been in the refrigerator for, like I said, it was either 4 to 5 hours or so. And then this is what it looks like when I cut into it. And you guys, this was so good. It was such a hit with the kids too, since it's all sugar-free. It just did not bug them. They really liked it. This was good. This is a keeper. I will definitely be making this in the future. I'm going to play around with it and try different flavors as well. But this is such a good dessert. It'd be a really good summer like barbecue dessert. And next up is a really super easy meal prep. This is an example of how easy meal prepping and how easy being low carb can be. This is such an easy meal prep. You guys are going to be blown away, and it has so much flavor. So first off, we're going to start by chopping up some chicken. So I'm just chopping up some chicken tenderloins into bite-sized pieces. These will cut up really quickly, plus they're bite-sized and easy and cute, and I love chicken tenders. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into a container, and then we are going to add in some oil. So we're going to let this marinate a little bit while I'm getting the rest of the ingredients for everything else going. So I'm just putting in some avocado oil, and then this new seasoning I found at Walmart is a Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and garlic. I use salt, pepper, garlic for everything, and I thought, hey, this is such a great thing. So we're going to go ahead and mix all that up really well, and we're just going to set that aside while we get the rest of the ingredients out and start getting everything cooked up. We're going to start on the cheesy cauliflower rice. So in my pan here, I had a little bit of avocado oil, and then we're going to add in some rice cauliflower. This is a 12-ounce package from Walmart. I did put it in the microwave for about 3 or 4 minutes just to get it thawed out. It's not completely thawed out, but it's enough just to start this process. I'm adding in a big heaping tablespoon of minced garlic into this cauliflower rice. Going to give that a good stir till you get the garlic all heated up and get it distributed throughout the rice. And then we're going to just add in simple seasonings to this. I'm just adding in some pink salt and also some black pepper. And to add a little creaminess factor to this rice, we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. You want to go ahead and stir that around. And then we're going to add in some grated Parmesan cheese. This is the kind from the green can. I did a 1/4 cup of that. So we're just going to add that in there and go ahead and give that a good stir until the liquid in there starts to get thick, and all the cheese is distributed. And the rice is pretty much done with that. So we're going to start cooking our chicken now. And when I do make this, sometimes I add in more cheese, so feel free to add in more cheese because it does add a little bit more flavor, but I'm just trying to cut down on the fat just a little bit. So in my other skillet here, I'm going to go ahead and start cooking the chicken. So I have some avocado oil in there and just going to add in all that chicken. You may need to cook it in batches just depending on how much you have, so I had to do 2 batches on mine. But I went ahead and just put them in there. You want to get them nice and grilled up and cooked, and oh my gosh, this seasoning smelled so good. I absolutely love the seasoning. Highly recommend it. It added so much flavor to this chicken. I did try the chicken, and it is good, but the smell as it's cooking, absolutely amazing. And look at this chicken, you guys. Look at this chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out, and we're going to start putting our meal prep containers together. While I was cooking all that, I was steaming some broccoli as well. This was just some frozen broccoli from Walmart. So I went ahead and distributed that throughout the entire, all 4 meal prep containers. And now I'm just separating out the cheesy cauliflower rice. I'm just trying to I should have weighed it, but I didn't. And then we're going to distribute the chicken throughout. And you guys, this is it. This is easy. So look at that. It is so easy to meal prep. And this was a super simple meal. Plus it tastes amazing. I'm also adding on just a little bit of cheese onto the broccoli, just, to add a little bit of flavor and a little bit of cheese. And feel free to add cheese over the entire meal prep container because that would be good too. And next up is egg roll in a bowl. I make this just a little bit different all the time, so this will be a little bit of a different recipe than what I shared with you before, and I'm using broccoli slaw in this one. So first, the sauce, one thing I did different this time is I'm going to be using liquid aminos rather than coconut aminos or soy sauce. So this does not have any carbs, so it's up to you what you want to use. You can use soy sauce, you could use coconut aminos, whatever you want. So in my jar here, I do have a 1/4 cup of liquid aminos. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of this apple cider vinegar. They say you need to get the one that says with mother for it to get the benefits of apple cider vinegar. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but that's what they say. And then I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of my sweetener. This is the pure sweetener, which is the erythritol stevia, but use whatever kind of sugar-free sweetener you're used to using, which I should have waited and put that in the jar because you can see that I left a little bit in there. So you want to go ahead and shake this, set it aside, and we're going to go ahead and start in with the rest of the recipe. So we're going to start cooking our meat. Now when it comes to meat for egg roll in a bowl, most of the time you're going to see, most recipes are going to say pork. So you can do that. You can use ground chicken, ground turkey, ground beef. I have ground beef on hand, so that's what I'm using, but I have used all of them. And honestly, like for me, my favorite is probably ground beef or ground chicken in this, but like I said, do whatever you want to do. So you just want to go ahead and cook that up until all your beef is all cooked through. And we're going to drain off all of this fat because there was a lot of fat in this meat. And then I'm going to add in some garlic. So I have a big heaping tablespoon of garlic, and then I'm putting in a tablespoon of sesame oil. Don't skip this step. Sesame oil is absolutely amazing. So you want to go ahead and mix this around and probably cook it for just 1 or 2 minutes just to get that garlic warmed up. When you warm up spices, that's when they start to distribute their flavor. So that's why you always want to warm them up and not just move on without cooking them in between. So I'm just cooking this for just a couple of minutes, and then we are going to add in our coleslaw. So whatever coleslaw you want to use. Like I said, I'm using the broccoli coleslaw, but you can use the regular cabbage coleslaw, whatever you want to use in this. But I just wanted to do something different this time around, so I'm using the broccoli one. So you want to mix that around until your meat and your slaw is all distributed, and then you're going to cook that until the slaw gets nice and tender. And once your slaw is all nice and softened, and I do notice with the broccoli slaw that it does not cook down as much as regular coleslaw. I usually have to use 2 bags of coleslaw in the egg roll in a bowl, but with this I did not. So I think this is going to be a little bit crunchier, which is going to be nice. But you want to go ahead and add in that sauce, stir this around, and let it cook for just a few minutes to distribute all those flavors all around. And then we're going to put them in our meal prep containers, and it's that easy. So you want to go ahead and just portion this out into 4 different meal prep containers, and that's it. Now, I'm not the only one that eats these, just so you know, when you see like 8 lunches and I only have 7 days of the week, my son does help me eat these, and that's the reason why I make such a variety of lunches for the week. So I'm not the only one that's eating them. And here you go, egg roll in a bowl. Again, another super easy, simple meal prep, but it gets you on track and you have something in the refrigerator to eat when you need to grab something. So I'm just gonna make a super simple salad. I had some celery I needed to use up and a part of an onion I needed to use up. And plus I have my food processor out, and I wanna show you guys, this is actually my favorite way to make chicken salad, but I never like to get my food processor out, and so I never make it this way. But I just put everything, all the vegetables that I'm using, so whichever ones you happen to be using in your food processor, and just process it, and you get like a super finely chopped celery and onion, and the celery is almost like a pulp, almost is what it reminds me of, which tastes so good distributed in the chicken. I don't know what it is, but for some reason it just tastes so good. So I have my shredded chicken in here already, and I'm just going to go ahead and add in those vegetables. And it's that simple. You just mix it all up, and you have, like I said, just, a piece of celery and onion distributed throughout the entire chicken salad. I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of mayo to that. Sometimes I do a mayo sour cream mixture, so it's definitely up to you what you want to do with that. And sometimes I like to add just a little bit of lemon juice to just kind of adds a freshness to the salad. And then also some seasonings. I'm just going to use the same seasoning that I had out, the salt, pepper, garlic seasoning. I'm going to add that in there, mix it up, and you have yourself a really good chicken salad. I thought this week I may have this stuffed in some bell peppers or on a smart bun. But again, I have so many options in here. So if there's also a night, also I don't want to make dinner, I have one of these preps I can grab and go. And that's why I love to meal prep. So that is everything, you guys. I have my Jello dessert, which I highly recommend. So check out the description box. I will have the recipe down there below. And then the super easy chicken and cheesy rice. Again, a simple meal prep. Definitely a go-to for me, and it tastes good the second day and the third day, so don't be, worried about that. And then we have our always yummy egg roll in a bowl. I will top this with some sriracha mayo and stir that around, and yum, amazing. And that is my meal prep for this week. Let me know down in the comment section what you meal prep for the week. Check out that description box. I will have that Jello cheesecake dessert recipe down there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.